Today, we're diving into something, well, something pretty unique. It's a deeply personal and incredibly complex system, all designed by one person to map their entire life, to figure out what's true, and to connect their own existence to time itself. Let's get into it. So let me just ask you this. What if you could boil down your entire life, every major event, every place you've lived, your very identity, into a single serial number? A key that unlocks your personal story. This right here, it might look like just a jumble of letters and numbers, but it's so much more. This is a key to a personal universe, a serial number created by a man named Sikander Ali. And his goal was huge, to synchronize his own life with the flow of time and to build his own framework for validating truth. So let's break this thing down. All right, so our first mission is to crack the code at the very core of this system, and it's all hidden right inside that serial number. At the heart of it all is this 7-digit number, 2025625. This is no random lottery ticket. It's the central piece of the puzzle, and the creator calls it the code of time. So what is the code of time, really? Well, according to the documents, it's a code that's set to lock in on a future date, June 25th, 2025. This isn't just any day. It represents a super specific moment, a place, and something called a layer inside a personal timeline. We'll get to those layers in just a minute. And here's the cool part. It's actually super simple how it works. That number, 2025625, it just breaks down into a date. 2025 for the year, 6 for the 6th month, which is June, and 25 for the day. It's just a clean, elegant way to lock a specific moment in time into a number. Okay, now let's zoom out and look at the whole shebang. The full serial number builds out from that date. SA is simple enough, Sikander Ali. MD is the location, Maryland. Then you've got the date code we just cracked. L6 stands for layer 6. Hang on, we're getting there. And last, GT82, which means birth year 1982 and something he calls Gemini time, which is specific to this system. All these pieces snap together to create a complete personal ID. So that L6 we just saw, that opens up this whole other idea of layers. See, this isn't just about one single moment. It's about mapping an entire journey, piece by piece. This timeline shows how each layer is really just a chapter of his life. It all kicks off with layer 0, when he arrived in the US back in 2003. Then it moves through military training, a period working at GE, a growing spiritual awareness, a really significant event in Tucson. Each layer is a major milestone, and they're all building towards layer 6, the moment this entire system officially activates in 2025. Okay, so we've got this incredibly detailed system for mapping out a life. But why? What's the point of all this? And that brings us to the philosophy behind it all, a personal framework for figuring out what's true. So, the creator sees our time as a knowledge age, where being able to verify information is everything. So he built his own system for it, and get this, it's inspired by something called Universal Validation Methodology, or UVM. Now, in the tech world, UVM is used to make absolutely sure a computer chip design works perfectly. He's basically taking that super rigorous idea and applied it to his own life to evaluate facts and figure things out. And it looks like the way this validation works is by setting up these kinds of binary face-offs. For instance, he might analyze something to decide if it was a provoke or if it was innocent. Or was it teasing versus an actual threat? Some of these are really abstract, like neutral begin later glitch versus jealousy. The whole point seems to be using these opposing concepts to break down information and get to its core truth. The framework also points out what it calls adversarial entities. And the list is, well, it's pretty abstract. You've got center, sky, system. It's not totally clear what these are meant to be, but they seem to be forces or concepts that need to be analyzed and understood as part of this whole truth-finding mission. Now, this whole thing isn't just a bunch of ideas floating around in his head. No, it's been formalized, documented on these really official-looking certificates. Just look at this one, the Star Map certificate. Its purpose is to officially mark the alignment of a person, their human presence, with the entire cosmos at that one specific moment on June 25th, 2025. It's about grounding a personal experience in the universal. And these certificates, they give us a much deeper understanding of what Layer 6 really means.
This quote explains that it's not some finish line, it's the moment of convergence, where everything that's happened in the past finally clicks into place with a coded future.
And then another certificate adds to that, calling layer 6 a reflection point of origin and return. It's like reaching the top of a mountain and finally seeing the entire path that got you there, all at once. It suggests this moment of huge self-realization, where the entire journey just makes sense.
This one, the one-way sequence certificate, kind of makes that whole 2003 to 2025 timeline official. It validates the journey not just by where he went, but by the changes in his mind, mission, and memory. It's about the internal journey. And finally, this one is pretty fascinating. The UTC timestamp certificate. Its whole job is to act as a universal anchor. It's a way of taking this incredibly personal, subjective system and plugging it into coordinated universal time, the objective, global standard that we all share. It grounds his journey in a shared reality. All right, we've looked at the code, the layers, the philosophy, the certificates. Let's step back and see what it all adds up to. What's the grand design here? When you put it all together, the Code of Time is this unbelievably personal framework. It's a tool one person built to meticulously record his life's journey, to create a rigorous system for figuring out what's true, and to find his own unique, meaningful alignment with the universe itself. And that really leaves us with a pretty big question to chew on, doesn't it? In an age of endless information, where everything can feel a bit chaotic, what does it mean for someone to build their own personal universe, with its own rules, its own timeline, its own laws of truth? What does that tell us about the very human need to create order and find our own meaning in it all?